Watch part 1. Otherwise, none of this will make any sense. And also, I switched to my tablet because originally I wanted to use like my tablet or iPad or whatever, but it was out of power, so I had to use the PlayStation. So that's why I'm using it now. Coming in number 2 is Thomas's Heartbreak. And yeah, this is the movie I was talking about that will be on the list. In this movie, Thomas and Emily go for a heartbreak because Diesel 10 wanted to make Thomas like the bad guy. And Emily misunderstood the whole situation. And the rest of the film is just Thomas and Emily just like arguing, blah 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 blah. And Lady returns, and Diesel 10 is mad that she comes back and plans to destroy her again. And then Thomas forgives Emily at the end, and Thomas and Lady are now boyfriend girlfriend, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, this movie sucks. Should I move on? Oh, who am I kidding? I need to explain why this movie sucks. Okay, let me get to the main reason why this sucks. Shipping. Alright, so there are like lots of Thomas fans like out there who like to ship with like engines with like another one like Thomas X Rosie or Luke X Millie or Millie X Duncan or I don't know, Gordon X Rebecca or something. Like, guys, rule number 1 with Thomas the Tank Engine: don't ever ship engines, because, well, they're steam engines, not humans. They don't, like, it's impossible for them to, like, date each other. It's cringy, weird, and unrealistic. So, yeah. But that's not the only reason why this sucks because of shipping. It's because this movie is literally 2.5 hours long. I mean, this movie is just, like, why did you have to make it 2.5 hours long? Like, why can't you have it be, like, an hour long? Wait, I know why this movie is long. Because it has lots of filler. Yes, there's like lots of filler in this film. For example, there's this whole scene with Moby and Insane, as well as the other people responsible for this movie. Like they talk about why it took so long and some of the and they asked like Moby and say what his plans were, and I don't know, some other random questions. I have no idea how to answer them. By the way, this part here.
Content inside of it. After this, I will be taking a week hiatus from movie making.
Moby and Insane, a week is not a hiatus. Another example is that we also have this other drawn-out scene where the narrator basically tells us what the engines love. Like Thomas likes this branch line, Percy likes the mill, Henry likes the forest, or like Gordon likes Pony Express. Oh, hey, look, I can see like part of the set like missing. Like all of this is just filler. It's not really a point. Like, there's not really a point to all this at all. And in fact, I think the worst bit part of this. I think the worst bit of filler is like this bit. There is this drawn out scene where Thomas like literally goes to the quarry. It's just footage of him like puffing to the quarry. I mean, it's just so boring. Like. Like, in fact, this is for this happens for 60 seconds. I mean, and I feel as if I want to faint. And this not only happens once, but twice. Like, we get another montage of Thomas puffing back from the quarry. And again, this is also 60 seconds long. Why can't we just cut from Thomas leaving the quarry to Natford? We don't need a whole montage of him puffing to the quarry. Alright, another reason why this movie sucks is because of Emily and Thomas as well. Emily and Thomas, I don't think these are the same characters anymore. Let's start off with Emily. So if you guys know Hitler Emily, you'll know that she's like the Lucy of Thomas the Tank Engine. All being bossy and But here, Emily is just so mean to Thomas. All because of a misunderstanding. And in fact, Emily decided to chase Thomas all because Diesel lied to her. This does not feel like Emily at all. It feels like a whole different new female character. Alright, let's talk about Thomas here. Thomas, honestly, I do not like Thomas in this film. All Thomas does in this movie is either get pissed or he just cries. That's what he's been doing for the entire film. This really just not feeling Thomas. Again, this feels like a whole different new character. So yeah, Thomas and Emily, I don't like them in this film. Remember when I said that this movie it has lots of filler, but it not only has lots of filler, it also has some scenes are exactly the same. Here we have this is a scene of Thomas talking to Molly about about the heartbreak he's experiencing through. But then later, we will have a scene where Thomas talks to Arthur about his heartbreak situation, and it's literally the same as both of these scenes are literally the same. Or here, we got a scene of Edward trying to make everything better, but Emily just claims that Thomas is the bad guy. But then Thomas snaps at Emily. He even says that he's done with Emily.
So goodbye. I'm done.
And then, but then we got this scene where the Fat Controller tries to make everything better with Thomas, and this is just exactly the same. A character tries to make everything better. Emily says that Thomas is the bad guy, and Thomas snaps.
I'm done, Emily.
And Ethan said that he's done. These are literally the same, and it doesn't add anything to the story either. It's just basically Thomas and Emily fighting, and it never stops. And another why this movie sucks is because the narrator literally over-explains everything. He never shuts up. He keeps telling us that the characters are feeling a certain like a certain emotion, but we can literally see it. I'm gonna play some of these clips here.
Percy was annoyed at Emily. Emily soon felt sorry for Thomas, but then remembered what he did and became cross once again. Made Thomas really cross. Edward was shocked and surprised, who was very cross.
Okay, something weird happened. My tablets just randomly just turned black. I don't know. Maybe it ran out of power again, and so yeah, I'm gonna have to revert back to my PlayStation.
Leaving behind a shocked Diesel 10, but was now smiling.
Like, we can literally see that Moby and Insane. We can tell that Diesel 10 was like shocked, but that Urban is now smiling. Like, you don't need to like tell us like how they're feeling. No. I think the worst bit thing about the narrator is that he literally like keeps telling us what's gonna happen next.
Emily's boiler, she was fuming and very cross as she shouted the words Diesel 10 was looking for. Keeping his focus on Emily to barely notice Thomas, who was about to enter into the shed and do something he had never done before. Thomas, and soon Thomas would make his mistake. Finally, he responded. Gordon took a deep breath and began giving Thomas words of wisdom as Thomas listened very carefully.
Like we don't need you to tell us about like what's gonna happen next. You could just like take out the narration and like shorten up the scene so that we don't have an awkward silence. And we can literally see what's happening. So yeah, the narration is way too over-explanative. I honestly don't like the editing in this film. Like, here, look here for example. Lady literally like jumps up in the air, probably because the points were like said the wrong way. I don't know. Like, couldn't you done another take where Lady didn't like jump up? Like, because that's just so Chuggington-esque. Or like here, Henry's passing by with a goods tray, possibly to find Kip, and you can literally see that the brake van's derailed. Like, Moby Insane, why did you do another take where the brake van isn't derailed? Or like here, George literally hits into a wall. Like, couldn't you done another take where George didn't like crash into the wall? Or at this scene, this is supposed to be the engines like blowing the whistles and honking the horns, but they don't blow the whistles or honk the horns.
They blew their whistles and honked their horns. They were a team for Thomas.
Why didn't you why couldn't you add the whistles in? Which is weird because you added Thomas's town ball whistle and Emily's old whistle. So why didn't you get rid of that scene? Yeah, the editing, not very good. Most of the voice actors kind of suck in this film. My least favorite voice actor has to be Scruffy. What was Sonic thinking of like getting a 10-year-old to voice Scruffy?
Scruffy, I'm over here, loudmouth. Find me.
He got a now.
Scott, but he prefers Dominic.
Like, what's that, brother? Like, wait, why? Why did you get a 10-year-old to voice Scruffy? Like, couldn't you at least, I don't know, get like the voice actor for the TCC to do Scruffy? Because that sounds so much better. In fact, take a listen.
What's up, big guy?
Right.
You talking about that so-called #1 engine? You need, big guy, is to get even with that box cab. I know. But how? Think about it. What does Philip value most? Doesn't have a big, mean face, Vinny. You're thinking of yourself.
Like, see? That is so much better than whatever the hell this sounds.
Scruffy, I'm over here, loudmouth.
Like, ew! That does not sound good. I don't really like Diesel 10's voice either. It just sounds like Diesel, just like more like higher pitched.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's George? Pinchy, if you please. Anyway, that little blue puffball ruined my plan to get rid of the lost engine. Oh no, it's Gordon and Edward.
Of course it's Thomas, you fool!
Now, Splodge, you two are gonna help me.
Like, ew! That does not suit Diesel 10 at all. I also don't like the Fat Controller's voice either. He sounds like a teenager like trying to do a Fat Controller voice, but it backfired.
How it began.
You've been working very hard, and I'm proud of you. Percy, you'll be heading to the quarry. Toby, your normal passenger runs. And you, Thomas, shall be working on the other line.
Like, that does not sound like the Fat Controller at all. And also, I can hear him, like, breathing down his mic.
Percy, you'll be heading to the quarry. Toby, your normal passenger runs.
Wait, Sonic Movie Insane. Didn't you think that did you think like can you stop like breathing down your mic, or like, oh, you don't sound like the Fat Controller at all? Can you try like sounding more like the Fat Controller? Or maybe you're just like, nah, I'll just leave it like that because I'm just a bit lazy. This guy also voiced Duck, and he does not sound like Duck at all. Again, it sounds like a teenager trying to do a voice impression for like a character, but it backfired. Take a listen.
A revolutionary!
Yes, I get it. You're Revro, whatever you call it. You don't have to constantly say that.
Like, that does not sound like Duck at all. I also don't like Sonic the Movie Insane as Thomas. It sounds like him doing the Joseph May voice, and you know me, I don't like Joseph May's Thomas impression. I mean, just take a listen.
I'm nervous, Emily.
Anything.
I'm nervous because I'm supposed to be working with Diesel 10.
Bad?
We don't get along, and I'm worried he's gonna start something again. Now with Emily beside me, I don't have to be afraid anymore. She can be able to stand up to that big bully.
Like, it just doesn't sound like Thomas at all. And I also don't like Emily's VA. It just I don't know. It just sounds like Jules DeYoung, just more annoying.
Miles.
Where's Thomas? What are girlfriends for?
In fact, in this scene here, this is supposed to be Emily shouting, but it actually, but for some reason, the VA just doesn't like so quiet. Like, take a listen. Like, I don't know if Sonic the Movie Insane I did this, or the VA just turned it down because she found it was too loud. But remember, this is supposed to be Emily like in rage, so why is it just quiet? So most of the VA's not very good. And of course, there's other things I don't like. Like, why is there, like, the elongated Thomas from, like, the Great Race? Like, why? Like, seriously, what is the purpose of this?
Came in, driving up to Thomas. He had finished his work early.
That's not how buses operate. I hate how, like, they keep using, like, this stock sad piano music, like, throughout this film. Like, it's just so repetitive.
I'm sorry, Arthur. I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm just not myself today.
Oh my. What happened, Thomas?
Well, it started like this.
Then to cry. Henry was concerned for his friend. But Emily, she started chasing me, and I got scared.
Like, I did not really like it. It just sounds too stocky.
Hello, Emily.
You want to shed.
I'm gonna go do some shunting. Bye.
Is that meant to be funny? Am I supposed to be laughing?
Is it some Disney movie where you can sing a little song and make all troubles can just magically disappear? So
Don't finish that sentence. That movie was outdated after 2018.
What? What's the purpose?
but it doesn't make it.
Why is Stepney on Sodor? Doesn't he live on the Bluebell Railway? Why is Fred Scotsman here? He lives on the mainland.
Probably guessing it's Molly. She does care for Thomas.
A wise guess, Gordon, but it wouldn't make sense. I'm debating it's Rosie. She's had a thing for Thomas since her first debut.
True, but now she sees Thomas as a friend. What about Mavis?
No, that wouldn't work. I think she's with Toby.
I thought Toby was with Henrietta. Isn't it weird how sometimes, like, you would hear Emily's classic whistle, but then sometimes you would hear her CGI whistle? Like, why are you a bit inconsistent with the whistle? Pick one, CGI or season 7. In this case, just choose CGI because CGI is better. The CGI whistle is better. However, if there's anything positive I like to say, well, there's a few positives, but I might as well list them off right now. While some of the VAs suck in this film, there's a few standouts in here.
I'm probably guessing it's Molly. She does care for Thomas.
A wise guess, Gordon, but it wouldn't make sense. I'm debating it's Rosie. She's had a thing for Thomas since her first debut.
True, but now she sees Thomas as a friend. What about Mavis?
No, that wouldn't work. I think she's with Toby.
All right, I forgot that.
I think over Frankie as Henry and Paul Spence as Gordon are like the best ones. But I mean, come on, over Frankie is like literally the best Henry voice. Why else are we having 2 lines? I do like Molly's voice.
Oh my, Thomas. I'm sorry that happened to you. I wish I could help, but I have a good string to pull. I'll see you around though. Goodbye, Thomas.
I do like Edward's VA.